Hey everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and welcome back to Breakout. Yeah buddy, man oh man, we have got a whole bunch of stuff changed and organized. And look, we've got grass growing, yes we do. I did a whole bunch of off-camera work doing some sifting and stuff and got myself some grass, got myself some materials gathered so that we can try to get a little bit of progress. I'm going to show you this. I always thought you had to have a space all the way around a piece of cactus. Like probably the closest you could get these would be a diagonal piece of sand, because anything around a cactus stops it from growing. But for some really strange reason, it let me plant it right next to plants. I just tried it on a whim to see what would happen. Now here's what I don't know. Let's see, do we have... Okay, we have some bone meal. I want to try something. Is causing one of these plants to grow, would that update? Wow! Never knew that actually worked. I wonder, did Piggy learn something new, or has everyone always known that? I don't know. I have no idea at all. All right, so since this is the first episode of the week, we are going to hit... We're not going to hit. No violence here. We are going to start going through a bunch of viewer comments because, my gosh, you guys are just like hitting me with all the... No violence. No violence, Piggy. You guys are just pouring in with the comments, which is awesome. Love the comments. All right, so we're just going to start going down the list. Let's see if we can get all of them in this episode, shall we? Are we ready? Go. Okay. So Virginia LK said to do the carry-on mod. I was trying to do it like this, like kind of far away, a couple of blocks lower, and no matter what I did, it wouldn't let me pick up anything. She said, Piggy, you got to be on the same Y level. You got to be on the same Y level, sir. So let's see here. That's there. Wait a minute. What? Oh, I moved it. I'm like, why is this set up this way? Because we did this. I put the cobblestone generator down there. Okay, so let's go back up here. And I checked my controls. I had set it to the letter I. So if we hit the letter I, that doesn't do anything. But if I squat and hit the letter I, that doesn't do anything either. Maybe it's a certain type of item? Let's see if there's anything here at carry. Nope. Carry on mod. Let's see here. I was trying to see if we had... Oh, I do have a chest here. Y'all weren't supposed to see all that. That's a giveaway. So let's do this, and let's squat and hit the letter I. No, it's not working, so I don't know what's going on quite with that. As per usual, there's probably one little thing I'm doing wrong, and that's kind of like messing up all of it. She also said use the watering can to get grass to spread faster. And I got to looking at the quest book, Quests, Crossroads, getting it together. Here, Mistress Mary. While waiting for sieves or strainers or other things, sometimes it's nice to just watch my garden grow. Especially if I can make it grow faster with a watering can. Like many things, it is also easily upgradable, so I don't have to keep filling it with water from my tank. Watering can, basic. So let's see here. Watering can, basic. Oh, there's all these crazy watering cans. What's that? Florb? Okay. So a watering can, copper, and a bucket. What does this do? Watering can basic. Shift for details. See, I don't see a difference between these two. I guess they forgot to add the thing. Like maybe it should change color. So I guess maybe we could color our watering can based off of that. But let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of copper. Do we have copper? Pulverized copper. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. Oh no, we have potatoes and they're not cooking. All the tiny coal got used up. Get out of there, start cooking. So we'll get that going. And a bucket. That's what I thought. Okay, so we're gonna definitely check that out as well. She also said you can craft clay, putting dust in a barrel and adding water. So let's see. Do I have any more dust? I've got my hammer just in case. trying to remember. Oh, that's right. Everything's here. I'm not seeing dust. Let's see what the recipe for dust was. I think it was you hit sand with a hammer. That's what it was. And we can make sand from gravel, I think it was. So let's do that. Although I bet if I was to look, there's probably some sand in one of those things. But Piggy doesn't think about these things till it's too late. Okay, so we need a bucket. Where's a bucket? There we go. Oh, I got a bucket of water right here. Okay. And let's see, what did she say? Dust in a barrel with water. I think the barrel I left out over here. I think it's over in this room. Stone barrel, oak crucible. Oh, that's right. I was trying to set it up where we can make some more water. So we put dust in. No? Maybe we put water in first? Let's see. Water goes in. There we go. Ooh, we got clay. That's pretty sweet. Awesome. So if I need a bunch of clay in a pinch, we don't have to sit there and wait for this thing to gather up clay. So thank you so much. That's an awesome suggestions. Now, Zach said you have to stand near objects to pick them up. And that is true. That's kind of the same thing that Virginia OK was saying. But for some reason, it's not working. Maybe let's try this. Can I do it here? And also the other thing is, maybe we had to have empty hands. So I, Control, Control, I. That's not working. Let's try this. Let's get closer. Get a little closer. That's not working either. Okay, so there's either a mechanism I'm supposed to have, or there's something going on that I'm not doing right. Maybe it's a certain storage device or something like that. It has to be. Get that food back in your hand, Piggy. You'll eventually need it. Meadow Pema said, making witch water using a wooden barrel and more mycelium makes it go faster. Wait, which water are we making? I had to say the joke. You know I did. Would you get going, Piggy? Which water? Exposing some of my precious water reserves to a nearby mushroom farm has had unnerving results. It appears that a barrel of water close to mycelium, made by using ancient spores on dirt, converts to a distressingly purple fluid that I think I will not try to drink. You don't know Piggy. Piggy might try to drink it. It does have some useful side effects, though. However, if I'm going to make much more use of them, I'll need to automate not just this system, but item reward, but also water production. So a creeping doll, soul sand, and witch water. So the witch water bucket was what they were talking about. Let's see here. So that's witch water. Witch water? This stuff. That stuff. And Dogminer kind of told us about this before too. So what we're going to have to do is make some mycelium, put the stone barrel on top of the mycelium, which to me is strange. I figured if I put something on mycelium, it would make it turn back into dirt, but maybe not. And then we put a bucket of water in there, and it's supposed to take some time. So let's see, how did we make the mycelium? There was some seeds. See, y'all told me, and then Piggy goes and messes it up. Canola seeds, let's do this. Seeds, and then we'll filter for seeds. Yeah, we got carrot seeds, buddy. I need to plant those. Rice seeds, melon, canola, pumpkin, regular seeds. It was ancient spores or something, wasn't it? Canola, carrot. Oh, we got seeds everywhere. Grass seeds, ancient spores, I think is what it was. Now that I think about it. And do I have any dirt? I think I ran a bunch of dirt through the auto filter. So it's quite possible we might... Oh, no, we do have some dirt. Awesome. So let's see here. Let's find ourselves... Maybe we've got an area over here, a little 3x3 that we could use. That'll work. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now, does the lighting matter? Okay, cool. That's mycelium. Now, will this spread? I think it does. Let's go over here. Virginia OK, was it Virginia OK? Yeah, the watering can will make stuff spread faster. Maybe it'll make mycelium spread faster. And let's see here. A viewer had told me about this I've already got a bucket, so I'll go ahead and do it. But when I get to the comments, I will go ahead and address it. We'll sacrifice this one bucket, and then we'll come back later if we need to. Achievement, please. Quest books and other quest books. Back it up. Where'd it go? Getting together? Yes. Detect and submit. What? Oh, maybe we have to get water in it? But the water's flowing underground. How are we going to get the water if it's flowing underground? So I guess we have to... We've got water in here. Yes, okay, that's... There we go. Now it's basic. What'd you got? Any more? Oh, no. See how it's not completely full? 3,000 out of 4,000. Let's see here. I'm just going to go ahead and... Oh, nice. Hello, you. Right on cue. Thank you. And let's see here. We've got... Let's just go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and put 8 cactus in 2 barrels and get ourselves some more water going. There we go. We'll get that going. Get that going. Can we scoop? Come on now. How much more do we need? 3,100. That's cool that we can take it out as it's decaying, though. We'll be here forever doing this. So I'm going to let that go, and we'll look at some other suggestions while we wait. Okay, so Metapema also said, hey, Piggy, the hopper. Remember I was trying to figure out how in the world do we get strainers to go in here? The hopper has to point at the bottom. Now, I accidentally figured out, actually just a few minutes ago, that worked because I had a strainer in my hand, and I went to right-click on this so I could put the strainer in, and the strainer was in my hand, and when I right-clicked, it went straight in there. So then my brain went, I bet the hopper has to point at that. So you're correct. Thank you very much. Metapem also said you could use a hopper to route cobble from the generator over here to the lava maker. Now that's a long hopper. But actually, I know what you were saying. We could put the cobble generator right here. It could be dumping... excuse me. It could be dumping cobblestone in here, and then we could be routing that into a fluid tank. And so we could basically automate making lava. So that's a good idea. So I'm going to have to go back and remember how much it took to make that cobblestone generator. We might just make one of those and leave it right over here. Oh, that stuff is spreading. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so you, come here. Stone barrel. We'll place you right there. Okay, so that did work. And then let's see, what was creeping doll? Nether wart. Organic black dye. Huh, okay, so we'll have to make that in a minute. That's what it was. We just put a bucket of water in there. And now all of a sudden we need all this water. Uh-oh. I think I just took out more water than I was supposed to. So, nope, not that. Detect and submit. I've got a watering can. I got a basic watering can. Yes, I do. Do I have to use it? Maybe that's it. Let's go over here and use it. Nope, that didn't do anything. Maybe we have to use it over here? Will it work on crops? It looks like I can't tell if the crop grew because I'm watering it, or did the crop happen to grow at that moment just because. So let's do this. Oh, sweet. That made the grass spread faster. Maybe if we click a bunch on the mycelium, it will spread faster. Nice! Using up all the water, Piggy, but it's okay. This is what Piggy looks like when he cries tears. Piggy tears makes the mycelium grow. So I will have to get some more material in here. We'll dump the rest of that water in there. There we go. That's pretty close to a bucket's worth. So I don't know why we're not getting that that advancement. That's really, really strange. Huh. Okay, well, let's move on because we have not made it through all the comments yet. We got a lot of comments to go. Medopema said also check out an auto crusher. Auto Oh, maybe I'm typing it wrong. Auto compressor. Compressor. Auto. Let's take away the C and see if there's more auto stuff. Auto feeder, breaker, placer, precision dropper, auto smelt, hammer, compressed hammer. I bet the auto crusher would be the auto hammer. Ooh, yikes. Hardened stone small bricks. What are these? Keep clicking. Keep clicking. Yikes. Okay, so that's going to be an episode in itself just to make all that. And Medopama also said, you know what, Biggie? You dumping everything in one chest? I have a feeling something's going to go, in quotes, missing. This is so true. Good thing we got the auto filter, right? Oh, and it says auto. What do you know? Okay, so let's see. What do we got next? We need to get that bucket of water is what needs to happen. So EdDog6666 said, you can get witch water and mushrooms from mycelium. And said, not the stone barrel, but the wooden barrel, I think. Okay, see, that's the wooden barrel, and we're using it right now to make Dirte. But I think Ed Dog said that the wooden barrel actually goes quicker. But I tell you what I'm going to go ahead and do. Since I'm going to let this stuff happen between episodes, I'm not going to be too worried about making it a little bit faster. But I know that Dog Miner told me about this, and now Ed Dog had told me. So if we have a 3x3, this speeds up the process. And apparently if we use the oak or the wooden barrel instead of a stone barrel, you know what we could do? We could just make another wooden barrel, couldn't we? Why, Piggy, do you think you have to just use the one item? Wooden barrel. See, we've got the stuff for that. We can make that, so this will work. Just keep that. See, that's the excuse I need for to keep having to eat potatoes. I have to keep jumping through there. I know okay, so we got some oak wood there. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and do that. Wooden barrel. There we go. Piggy, the audience gives you suggestions, buddy. Go with it. So we'll get us some water going, and then we'll do that, and we'll get ourselves some of that witch water going. Now, for some reason, these blocks have not caught fire like they were over there. I think somebody had said because I had a chest nearby, the game saw that and wanted to try and catch it on fire. But Ed Dog said if you'll place torches here, was it torches? No. If you'll place half slabs here, it will stop that fire from spreading. So that's a good suggestion. If you've got a block that keeps wanting to catch on fire, put a half slab on it, and it won't catch on fire. So good idea there. Several people told me this. So Ed Dog said if you'll make an anvil and a name tag, make the name tag your own character name. So mine would be the Pigglesworth, and then you right-click this auto sieve. Your character will show up in there, which would be just amazing. Although I could make a character of like Zloy or Dadcraft and put them in there and make them, since Dadcraft's all about the work, we could put Dadcraft in there and make him do all the work. That would be funny. Ed Dog also said try making a crushing table. Crushing doll. Dropping a barrel of pyrotheum to spawn basalts. Okay. Let's try just the word table and see if anything shows up for that. A drawing table. Framing table. A portable. Portable cell, spreader turntable, portable cell. Oh, okay, AE, so that's for moving around energy. A repair tablet. I'm not seeing a crushing table. So that might be something that's been removed from this Modpack to force me to do an alternative, because he had an entire step-by-step process of how to make steel ingots. Or maybe we haven't unlocked one of these crossroads that will let us interact with that table yet. And then finally, Ed Dog said, when we're looking at this, he gave me a color code to understand how it works. So if it's gray, that's a quest that's blocked. We can't do it yet. Red means it's an open quest. So any of these red ones, we can click on and try to accomplish. A blue quest would be an unclaimed event. I don't have one right now. I've had one in the past. But if this was blue, it means I've accomplished it. So this should be blue, to tell you the truth. I don't know what the deal is with that, but for some reason, consume no. Watering can basic. We built a basic watering can, but for some reason we can't have nice things. So that should be blue. Oh, let's go back. The green quest means it's fully complete. Complete and the reward has been accepted. And then a flashing yellow line is the suggested path that we need to follow next. So in other words, they're not suggesting any of this, which means Piggy's going to have to do this instead of that. We'll ignore the suggestions because that's the way we roll. Now, Aeneas Teher, I think is how you say the name, and I think that's a new viewer or at least a new commenter. So welcome to the channel, and thank you so much for the comments. They said you can use the drawer compactor to compact cobble, then hit it with a hammer to go faster. You can also use the offhand trick, which means I could put a block here in my offhand, I could put a compressed hammer in this hand, and I could place with the left hand or with the right hand, and then click with the left hand. So we could alternate back and forth. So basically, what they're saying is, if we take this cobblestone generator, we could run it into one of these drawers. We could modify this to be a compression drawer, which means the drawer, if a block can be compressed, the drawer will automatically do it for you. So we could use a cobblestone generator to create a whole bunch of compressed blocks. Then we could take those out and smack them with a hammer. Although I do think there is an auto hammer for compressed, so we could even automate that. But that was a great suggestion, so thank you very much. Okay, 1 second. I've got to go over to my notes because I had so many notes. I've actually got to scroll down to read the rest of them. You people are amazing. So JS Flink said the grave key is under the escape key, or the grave key is under the escape key. So thank you so much for that. I finally figured that out, but thank you for that. Put a drawer on top of the cobblestone generator. So JS Flink was suggesting that as well. Now, I'd stuck a small storage crate on here, but a drawer would probably be, it'd be really good. Where is it? Where is it? The drawer controller. What would probably be a good idea is to have some basic drawers set up. Drawer controller will interact with them, and I could have a hopper pull from here, run it into the controller, and the controller would disperse it to different basic drawers, and I could have some that are compressing it, some that are not, and I could use hoppers to pull out of these drawers and run them into different auto sieves, and we could automate all of the sieving from that if we had the space to do it. So that might have to wait for another Modpack or something if we can't get it accomplished here, but that would be a really cool little final setup to get everything going so that we didn't have to sit there and meticulously do everything all the time. JS Flink also said you can use a servo on the pipe where you want to extract. So I had seen this and just for some reason it didn't register with me. I think it was that. A hardened servo extracts items or fluids from something. So we had these pipes that I was trying to use, and it wouldn't let me pull fluids or solids out of stuff. A servo extracts items, fluids. Wait, what's the difference? Extraction rate, 3 seconds. Max stack size, 8. So 3 and 8. Extracts from a single slot. 3 and 8. So what would be the hardened one? 2 and 16. Okay, cool. And the filter options is blacklist or metadata. And the extraction rate for fluids is 75% instead of, I think this said 50%. Okay, cool. So that would be some ways that we could actually get piping working. So we'll have to remember that as well. So thank you very much for that, sir. If you have an anvil, you can make a name tag and change the sifter skin. So that was something also suggested by JS Flink. And JS Flink also said, hey, buddy, I was trying to figure out what I could do back here. According to JS Flink, I could kind of put some blocks up here so we could basically see the bottom, take the torch away, and I think if we go all the way over there, we'll be far enough away that mobs will spawn. I don't know about that. I don't know how many blocks away I have to be. It might have to be that we were in that room over there at the extreme end, darken this room, and that would let me have mobs spawning in there, which I know we're going to have to do eventually. So that was a great idea. Green YT said you can hover over an item and scroll the mouse wheel to get one of them. Now, I think I had tried this before, and for some reason it wasn't working. But let's see. Let's hover over. It works. What? Maybe I was doing something wrong then. Maybe I was like holding shift or... No, it's working. Okay, awesome. It's because you said something. You said something and the mod pack went, oh yeah, we're supposed to do that. Quick, boys, fix everything and make it work so when Piggy gets back, it works. But thank you for prompting me to check that again. That's awesome. And Green YT is the one that said if we put a torch on those blocks, they won't catch on fire. Acanthea said you can make buckets out of tin to save iron. And I think Acanthea is a new commenter as well. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you for the comments. So I think we had seen it. Let's go back and do bucket. An empty bucket. Tin. I don't know why I didn't see that, but that's great because so far I haven't figured out any other use for tin. So we could use tin to make buckets and save our iron for other projects. So we'll definitely have to remember that. And Acanthea said, you know, you have some lovely fluid ducts that you chucked in a chest somewhere. This is true. Hardened fluid duct. There you go. So we could move fluids around if Piggy would just pay attention. Harafin said you can make water from any plant matter, which we did figure out, but since Harafin was kind enough to prompt us for that, we will mention it. Harafin said you need to slow down and read the quest entries because it has some great hints, i.e. the drawers and the cobbled generator. So let's see. Let's go back here. Simple drawers. Although they take up precious space in my cave, a drawer can keep things more organized and visible than a chest. And sometimes limiting how many different types of things can fit makes automation easier. So I think that's kind of like what I was talking about earlier. Basically saying, you know, if you'd slow down and read this stuff, it might prompt you to think about stuff a little bit more, and you might be able to figure things out a little bit quicker. So I will definitely try my best to do that. And then Harafin said you can use servo on pipes, but you might need to get a wrench to get it started. So let's see, is there such thing as a wrench? Actually, Addition's a laser wrench. Applied Energistics. Ender IO. Let's see what these little pipes. There we go, making ourselves hungry again. Thermal dynamics. So are any of these thermal dynamics? They're not. So we might not have to use a wrench on it, but I will definitely keep that in mind. MOF Reboot said, clay. And it's all been moved now. But yeah, if you go back and watch one of the previous episodes, I was looking for clay, couldn't find it. And then I was looking for clay in all the wrong places. Yes, I was. And I looked in a chest between episodes and saw that I did have clay. Martin Van Ursel, which I think is also another new viewer. So thank you very much for watching. Glad to have you. Thank you for the comments. Martin Van Ursel said, if you try to use the crank and there's nothing in there, it gets cranky and it breaks. So that makes sense why that broke. So we can't. So basically what I've started doing is turning the crank, and after about 6 or 7 cranks, I check to make sure that it's not empty, just so I don't break it. I know it's just sticks, but we got to save all the stuff, right? Magpie Tier said, it's grave. So it's not a grave key, it's a grave key. Or is it gravy? Are we riding the gravy train? Grave. I think me and my wife had looked that up because neither of us knew what in the world it was. And I think she said it was a French word. It's actually a little accent that goes over vowels in the English language when you're trying to show how to pronounce something. So that was interesting. I learned something new. Thank you all. And then Casnova, who I think is a newer viewer, thank you so much for comments, said you can use a cobblestone generator to make lava, which we talked about a little bit earlier. But yes, you're right. We could run this in, and we could run that into these crucibles over here. I'm going to try my best not to jump. There we go. We could automate it and make lava, which would be amazing. And that is all the viewer comments. Wow, we got a 30-minute episode going just from the comments. You guys are all amazing. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and compile all of y'all's suggestions. Oh, nice. We're going to get some more water going here. I'm going to try and compile all of y'all's suggestions, see if I can remember all of them, see if we can start moving forward with more of these quests. But if you enjoyed this episode, please click that like button. If you want to see more of them as I release them, don't forget to subscribe. And if you like receiving notifications from YouTube, make sure you click the notification bell. If you don't want them, some people don't like them. They don't like their email getting spammed with a bunch of stuff. So if it does bother you, you're getting notifications and you want to turn that off, click that notification bell off, and then it won't bug you anymore. See how that works? But I'm going to do my best to try and get some of this stuff going for next episode, and that's when I hope to see you is in the next episode.